Hey y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back to the channel, and we're going to start another weekly reading vlog. Alright friends, I look crazy. It's the end of Monday. Okay, it's the end of Monday, but we're here. Okay, I am exhausted, but I need to start this video because I'm 7 or 8 chapters in on this book by Turano, and I am loving it. So we're going to start a vlog, another Southern Charm Readathon vlog. I forgot to tell you guys where I ended on the bingo board last time. I was like, oh man, I reached my where I want to be, the one under an hour limit, and I forgot. So we'll update at the end of the video where we end up at the end of the week with the bingo board. I think I will probably finish the bingo board this week. So yeah, I don't know if this will be my last weekly reading vlog or if I'll continue it for next week. Actually, yeah, I will. What am I saying? I want to read Edenbrook, and I'm going to vlog that separate, okay? So whatever I get through a couple books here, I may end it. So anyway, I am reading Turano, A Lesson in Propriety. And this is book 1 in the Merriweather Academy for Young Ladies series. I am loving this so much. It's got classic Jen. So funny. The sass is on 10. Honey, I'm here for it. So let me first read you the synopsis, and then let me just read you some of the things in the book. And if I don't sell you by then, I don't know if I'm doing my job right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm telling you, you got to pick this up. Okay, it's her newest release. It actually comes out tomorrow, so I had this for review. But I'm being perfectly honest. Y'all know, you girls, we got honesty here on the channel. It's nothing for me to DNF a review book sometimes. And I'm loving this one, okay? So, it says, Lesson 1. Stand in the way of the Windy City's criminal world and expect a most improper proposal from an eligible gentleman in return. With her father dead, her fortune stolen, and her fiancé casting her aside, Miss Drusilla Merriweather, sorry, I messed up. I was trying to be professional and I couldn't even do it. Her privileged life has been upended. She is left with only one option: to provide for her family by opening a finishing school in the allegedly haunted castle she's inherited from her eccentric aunt. However, her plan is immediately threatened by unscrupulous developers keen on claiming the coveted estate for themselves by any means necessary. Mr. Rennick Wittenbecker, a dashing architect with a tendency to charm his way out of trouble, is convinced he can protect her, but is challenged by her fierce independence. And we see that from chapter 1 immediately. She's fierce, okay? Yet when strange occurrences, walking suits of armor, unexpected ghostly visitors, arise within the castle grounds, she must decide whether to risk her family's safety and her school on the gallant architect, who seems to have found his way into her heart. And I am here because let me just tell you guys, this starts out with our girl, Drusilla. Okay? We got Drusilla. I love the name. Look, we're set in the Gilded Age, by the way, 1885, New York City, January. And her fiancé, he's really something. Albert, the name says it out. No, I'm just kidding. But Albert is breaking off the engagement, y'all. And she's literally like, excuse me, what do you think's wrong with me? I didn't say anything was wrong with you. I merely pointed out that if I was to dissolve our engagement, everyone traveling within our social set would assume I'd done so because you're deficient in some respect. She's like, excuse me. Drusilla pressed a finger against the temple that was beginning to throb. I'm probably going to regret asking this, but what deficiencies, in your opinion, would everyone decide I possess? It's my southern version, by the way. I don't believe there's any need to delve into that, Albert said. Why not? Because disclosing any faults I believe you might possess, and faults society will undoubtedly pounce on if I end our alliance, will most assuredly leave you reaching for your smelling salts to stave off a fit of the vapors. She's like, sir, I don't frequently suffer from fits of the vapors. My fast off 10. So is hers. she's like, and he goes, you fainted at numerous balls over the years. She goes, from lack of oxygen due to the tight lacing that's required to enhance a fashionable silhouette, but one that's not exactly conducive to gallivanting around a ballroom. He's like, there are many other ladies who present more fashionable silhouettes than you do, who never faint dead away after they're done with the dance. He did not. And so she goes, so she's like holding that cup too firmly. It says, did you ever consider that those ladies are more slender or are slenderer than I am? And as such, don't need to be laced as tightly to achieve that oh so fashionably profile. An interesting theory, he says, and one that now has me wondering if you should consider abstaining from sweets for the foreseeable future in order to avoid the threat of future fainting episodes. Excuse me, you saying she gonna have to stop eating sweets? Honey, you about to get it. And so he says, or she says, are you suggesting that I'm plump? Because her jaw's clenching, she's mad. And he's like, I was merely voicing a solution to your fainting problem. She says, I don't have a fainting problem, although I may soon have a temper problem. If we continue discussing my figure. So, what other faults do you think I possess that society will bring to my attention if I don't agree to end matters with you? Like, is that not funny? I'm rolling. You know, he's like, I'm not sure disclosing that information is going to help with that temper problem you just mentioned. She said, I'm not sure my other faults will not be nearly as disconcerting as having you point out my less than svelte figure. So by all means, disclose away. And she is like giving him the death stare at this point. So I was rolling and she just this whole thing just keeps going back. They keep fighting and he's worried somebody gonna hear him, you know. And when we get to this, he says the reason he's breaking off the engagement is because she's poor. She doesn't have any money and he, whatever. And so he's sitting here saying, oh, I got all these guys. I got 5 people that I could probably have you be married to. And she's over here like, I beg your finest pardon. Do you think I want to be married? Excuse me, sir. Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. And she said, it's almost impossible to ignore the urge. She suddenly felt to lop her teacup across the table, an action that would undoubtedly wipe the smug smile off his face. There was something about cake, too, that made me laugh. I was cracking up. Is it the next chapter, maybe? Oh, my goodness. Yes. So she's like, or he says when they're like eating, he's like, I never said I wanted cake. And so she's like, I didn't order any for you. Since I'm already considered plump and there's little likelihood I'll ever decide to marry, given the unpleasantness of our former alliance, I am no longer going to worry about how slender I am. He's like, you seem oddly cheerful for a woman who's seemingly going to spend the rest of her life as a spinster and who's also going to indulge in an overabundance of sweets. Although, you might want to consider that if you don't marry, you won't have available funds for basic necessities, which means you won't have disposable income to indulge in sweets. She said, then I'll simply need to discover a way to secure a proper living for myself so I can purchase all the sweets I desire. She is literally like with the quips. She went to quips, okay? And I'm just, oh my goodness. They are just fighting. It is hilarious. And she literally just like, I'm ready to whop you upside the head, honey. Don't mess with her, honey. Contrary to what you believe, Albert, I'm not lacking in intelligence and fully understand that I'll need some sort of capital to open up a small school. It just so happens I have a way to secure that capital, and it's all thanks to you. And 10 minutes, I'm sorry. I need this book. It is so funny. And I'm like chapter 7 or 8, 9, I don't even remember. So she's met Mr. Rennick already by wherever I'm at. And that's kind of where I'm at, I think. So, yeah, I haven't got to where anything about this house really a whole lot, but I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. So yeah, she's going to do this finishing school and all these fun things. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this book. It's a Christian historical romance. I love Jen Turano's books, and I just feel like it's so funny, and I'm really enjoying the humor. I think it's fun. And these are like one of those like light, humorous, fun reads that you just eat up and you just have a good time reading. So yeah, sorry the lighting is very, very dim in here, but we're here. So that's it for the introduction to this video. I'm going to be reading that one. I'm also at some point going to get into, where is it? I don't know where it's at. I'll find it, y'all. Wait, nope. I don't know where it's at, but it's Jane Kirkpatrick's recent release. Okay, I'll get into it. Who knows where it's at. Also reading Lilac Girls still, and I'll finish it this week. So, updates to come, my friends. I'll see you in the next clip. Hello, friends. Quick update this morning on Tuesday morning. Okay, I am done with Lilac Girls. Just ready for work. I really enjoyed this book. Wow. I want to give it like a 5-star on Goodreads, but put it as a 4.5. The only thing I didn't love about this is Caroline's point of view, where she like was interested in a married man. I didn't love that. But other than that, like, I was here for this story. I learned so much about Ravensbrück and just like what these women went through in the prison and the experimental surgeries that they had to endure and all these different like hardships, and just the ending was very satisfying. I ended up really liking Caroline's point of view. At first I wasn't really sure about it, but now, wow, like by the end you love her as a character. I feel like personally for what she was doing and her purpose and whatnot. And then Kasha's point of view, like just seeing her journey from being a young girl to a woman, and you know, many years later of what she was still going through, and just this, it was a very satisfying ending for these ladies. And I love the author's note in the end. I know this is a new vlog, and if you haven't seen my previous vlog, I haven't really told you what this is here. So I talked about this in my previous vlog, but Lilac Girls is a secular historical fiction. There is content warnings for prisoners of war, World War II, you know, concentration camp type of story in Ravensbrück. It was the concentration camp for women. It's the biggest, one of the biggest ones. I'm not probably even saying that. Ravensbrück. Either way, Kasha is sent to that, and it's just really heartbreaking what she went through. That's her point of view. And then we have Caroline, who's a former Broadway actress, and she is a liaison to the French consulate, and her life is changed forever whenever Hitler invades Poland. Sorry, I got interrupted as always. So anyway, I was saying that I think that this starts in 1939 when the war starts, and we see a 20-year span up at least until 1959, I want to say, when everything kind of comes to the forefront with all of our characters coming together in connection. And very, very wild ending. Loved the last chapter and like the way things were confronted with our characters, how they confronted, well, I can't say, I'm not gonna say, but I just really appreciated the ending and the author's note and all of that. And I will say, we have this point of view too of Herta, and as angry as her point of view makes you, it is one of those things of like seeing the brainwashing that the Germans did to these doctors and these people that were for them, and just seeing like what she was thinking. And she's actually a doctor who operated on one of the girls, and it was just heartbreaking to see what her point of view was. And it makes you angry, right? In righteous anger. It's a rightful anger, but also it's an important point of view for us to see just truly the brainwashing that went on. This cat. Anyway, sorry, this cat. Y'all, I mean, I can't make this up. I was curling my hair and he was getting up there. Sir, you're gonna get in trouble. Okay, so I don't know what else I can say, but if World War II, okay, let me say it quick because otherwise I get tongue-tied. If those books, if you have a hard time with like content in those books, I will leave a link down below for the trigger warning database for this. But I personally don't feel like this was as hard of a read as some other World War II books I've read personally. I mean, it does have some assault scenes and medical trauma and death, and I mean the things that happen in war books. There is a little bit of language a couple times. Lord Zane was in here a couple times, but that is again what really happened. World War II. We've seen plenty of movies that are like this, Band of Brothers series, you know, Forrest Gump. Like, you see like the language in those books, but this has only happened a couple of times in one chapter in this book. I want to say it was all in one chapter, and it was situational. So yeah, and I just feel like this is a really important read personally. I love the way that Martha Hall Kelly told this story. I feel like she really immersed you in it, and you knew these characters. You felt like you were right there with them. And if an author can do that and evoke such a connection with me and the characters, like, that's so important to me. And that's one thing we talked about on the sprints this last week was, like, Christy had asked, like, what is so important to you? Like, what is most important to you, I should say. Is it going to be your characters or the storytelling, all of that stuff? And I feel like for me, it's definitely the characters. Like, if I can't connect to the characters, of course storytelling as well, but I can't remember the other one. Was it plot maybe? I don't remember what the other one was. I don't remember. Anyway, I always said the characters, honey. It's kind of an all-in-one, of course, but there's something about the characters I have to connect to enjoy the story. And if I'm not, like, connecting with them and can, like, feel like I'm in their point of view and feel like where I'm at with them, like, that's a really hard thing for me. And so this one, top tier. And it's funny because we've got literally a quote on here that says, appeals strongly to readers of The Nightingale and All the Light We Cannot See. And I have not read those books. I own both of those books. I want to read them. I feel like this was one of those stories that just sticks with you. And now I have a piece of history that I fully know a lot about and what it could have been like to go through that. And I will keep that with me forever. And that's why I enjoy books like this. So I read this to my friend Lauren at Intuitive Reading. I will link her channel down below. I'm so glad that she asked me to randomly buddy read this with her, because now I want to read the rest of the series. There's like 2 other books in this series I need to know at some point. It's like following other family members' point of view, I want to say, and different, I think one's like the World War I maybe. I need to know. So yeah, and these are based on real life stories. Like, these were real people, she said, and I actually really like that too. So yeah, highly recommend if it's something that sounds up your alley, if you're one that can enjoy World War II books and really want to learn a lot about history and these women and what they had to go through and looking for a powerful story, I would pick this one. This is going to go for the prompt of Bless Your Heart, a very emotional read, or whatever the prompt is. I can't even remember. Tugs at your heartstrings, because this book did tug at my heartstrings tremendously. So another prompt knocked off. So yeah, that's it for me right now. Probably I didn't really explain this probably as well as I should. I will leave my review for this down below because I'm going to write that today. So if you want even more details, trigger warnings, things like that, they will be in my review as well. In the review and the trigger warning database, there has a link for this that I put in the previous. So just letting you guys know, for those that really care about that and are wanting to know. But personally, just know I wasn't traumatized or anything by reading through this. It was more in an informative story, an important story, emotional story, one of those type of books. So here you go. So anyway, I'm going to get back into Jen Turano's book later today, and I'll update you guys probably a little bit later. So can we see your squishy chicken? Can mama see? Squishy chicken. Squishy.
Squishy.
Squishy chicken.
Chicken backpack. Let's do a chicken backpack.
He's taking it with him. They gave that to him yesterday at the dentist. Good morning. It is a Wednesday, and I am halfway through a lesson in Propriety, and I'm cracking up still. Like, there is so much just to laugh about and to enjoy in this book. This curtain, honey. It is just so funny. Like, the characters, the dynamic. I just think it's a really fun Christian fiction. It's just it's just so many fun side characters too, and just all the things. I don't even know. Like, her mama is cracking me up, and like the parents and stuff, and it's just cracking me up. It's one of those fun, lighthearted reads. Like, Jen Turano knows how to tell fun stories that just it's like the reality is suspended. The plot and just the characters and the setting, it's like it's just so much fun. And sometimes we just need a good book like that. And so yeah, I could just feel these characters in my brain. Like, I could see them in my mind. Like, I could just like see them on a page, and they are just hilarious. And I don't even know what else to say. I love like her and this finishing school stuff, and like the mystery in here is like really funny because it's like, they're like, oh, there's these like ghostly people. Like, I see somebody, and they're like, honey, what? And she is just so independent and stuff. Like, she's like, what you doing? You know, she just, the walking suits of armor and the ghostly visitor type stuff that I was saying in the synopsis, that element is very lighthearted and whimsical in a way. It's just, I don't know, I'm having fun with it. The castle is very fun. That's all I have to say. I don't have a whole lot to say, but we're getting finally some stuff with Drusilla and Rennick. Like, their interactions together are very sweet, and I'm excited to see their romance grow a little bit. Probably would like a little bit more interactions with them, but I'm still really enjoying their interactions and seeing where the romance goes. I'm probably 50% in so far. And I don't know, I just think it's fun. I'm looking forward to more books in this series and whatnot. So yeah, ain't that fun? Like, this cover is super cute. And she's all the time talking about, like, she ain't the skinniest woman in the world, you know? And I love that representation because, like, we're not all, like, perfect figures, you know? And she's like, look here. I gotta wear these corsets, honey. I'm just like, I'm rolling with it. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick update. Not much to say, I guess. I'll let y'all know, but the whole finishing school thing is actually really fun. I think that's cool. Her expertise, if you will. So yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this today and get into Jane Kirkpatrick's book tomorrow probably. So yeah. Hey y'all, it's Friday. It's Friday. You girls not been too good with vlogging this week. I'm so sorry. It's been a busy week. Gonna be a busy day, but we're here. So yesterday was mine and Blake's wedding anniversary, so we got to go eat. I'll put some pictures on the screen. We had a really good time last night going out to eat. My mom watched Little Man, and it was really nice, and we went to like a downtown restaurant, so really liked it. I got meatloaf. The HUBS got like a stir-fried chicken meal. It was really good. So yeah, we had like a fun appetizer, honey. Look, let me just say, ain't nothing like some spinach dip. I'm just there to tell y'all. Sorry, the sun's coming in. There ain't nothing like spinach dip, and it's phone, honey. Come on. Like, what are you doing, phone? Anyway, so ain't nothing like some spinach dip. I'm here to tell you. So yeah, it was just a really good evening and whatnot. And the HUBS, he was so sweet. Got me this little necklace. It's got a little heart on it. I'll put a picture on the screen so you can see it better. But it's like a little box, and it had this little heart in it that has like like a flower in it and stuff. I'm putting it on my desk. Super sweet. It was just really nice. And I got him some stuff too. So I'm sorry the sun's coming in. Y'all can't see me very good. Anyway, I did finish reading Jen Turano's book last night, or actually yesterday in the afternoon, and really enjoyed it, y'all. It was just a very humorous, sassy, I know I haven't talked a whole lot about it, like the details of it, but just know it's like one of those lighthearted, fun reads that you just read and you enjoy, you know. And the characters were quirky and fun, and I gave it 4 stars. I just feel like it was a really good start to her series, and I'm looking forward to reading more. I loved the whole stuff with the finishing school and how that all wrapped up, of course. So yeah, it was just a really cute historical romance. The guy was awesome. I loved him. Rennick, he was so much fun, and like their romance was very slow burn, if you will, which I really liked, and them like getting to know each other and whatnot. And so it was super cute, very clean as far as content goes. It's just one of those lighthearted reads that you need at a certain time, you know. So Jen Turano is always known for like her funniness in books. They're just one of those like crazy shenanigans are usually happening, and you know, the banter in this was fun. I really liked that. So yeah, so that's everything for that. I'm not going to get into too much more detail because I really don't have a whole lot to say other than I just enjoyed my time reading it and stuff. So next, I just started this morning Across the Crying Sands by Jane Kirkpatrick. I will put the picture on the screen. I have the book at home, but I don't have it with me. So yeah, it is, well, first off, let me tell you, Jane Kirkpatrick is a Christian historical fiction author who writes these like storytelling type stories about real people in history, inspired by true stories. And this is no surprise, it is inspired by a true story, no exception to the rule. It's definitely a real person in history. First chapter off, we have Mary Edwards Goretzky. I don't know if that's how you say her name. I will be making sure I say her name right in this video at some point, but that's kind of what it looks like. It's 1888. We've got her and her husband John, and they are traveling, and something happens where they get separated and whatnot, and they make their way back to each other pretty quickly. It was like an accident of some sort, and she sees a bear out in the wilderness. Like, they're in like just the, you know, this rugged coast, and you know, all this stuff. I think it's set, I want to say it was Oregon. I want to say it's like out west in Oregon, so I will correct myself if I'm wrong later. I'm just trying to remember off the cuff here. But yeah, she's going to try to figure out the joys and the challenges of motherhood, it sounds like, in this book. Her and her husband are navigating their marriage, and she is the first female mail carrier, and just kind of seeing their journey together is going to be really good, I think. Sounds like she's going to have a treacherous postal route. Trying to figure out her family origin story from what the synopsis talked about, and they're like homesteading on their land and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to kind of seeing how this all plays out. I love those type of stories, you know, and I read one of her books before called Beneath the Bending Skies and loved it. I know there's a historical fiction readathon happening in June, and one of the prompts, if you want to see the video, I will link Gloria Z. Thompson's video down below. They're doing like a historical fiction readathon in June, and I would love to participate if I can. But one of the prompts is to read about a woman, real person in history or something like that, real characters, real life people, that kind of stuff in your book. And so this would fit that. Of course, I'm reading it now, but still, hopefully I can finish it, you know, this weekend. I actually plan to read Edenbrook this weekend, but I want to do a separate vlog for that. So we'll just kind of keep going with this Jane Kirkpatrick book, and then end the video whenever I get to Edenbrook is when I get to it. That'll kind of be the next vlog you see. I think I'll be able to finish my bingo board in this video as well today, so this weekend actually, so we'll see kind of how this goes. Do have Memorial Day long weekend. I'm gonna be off on Monday, so that's gonna be nice. So yeah, that's kind of some reading updates, you know. Tomorrow is Blake's birthday. I think we're gonna get out and go eat, and maybe stop by the bookstore. I have a Books A Million gift card that I got, so I would love to go and pick up maybe some of Martha Hall Kelly's books. I will tell you guys, I posted my review for Lilac Girls, and she messaged me on Instagram and is gonna send me her new book, and I could not believe it. I was just like, wow, she was so kind, and I really appreciate that. So her new book comes out actually, I think, in the next week. I can't remember the name of the title. I want to say it had something to do with the vineyard. I'll put the picture on the screen. But we'll talk about that in a future vlog. I actually want to vlog that. I love her writing style. I want to continue on in her books. I've just really got into this historical mood right now, and there's something about, like, I just want to absorb all the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And just like feel these real stories right now. Like, there's something about it. Like, even just this Jane Kirkpatrick book, like, I want to just feel all the feelings with the historical stuff right now. Like, there's something about it. Like, I love my rom-coms, but I don't think I'm in a rom-com romance mood as much. I love a good romance, but Edenbrook is a good Regency romance from what I saw. Oshina gave it 5 stars, my friends. So, like, I think I'm gonna love it. Okay, I'm so excited. It's her Patreon group read, and let me just tell you, if you're not part of her Patreon, I'm gonna link it down below. I love being a part of it because she shares her videos early. Not me putting a plug for my bestie in here, but truly I love it because she will share videos early. She has like little chats and stuff, and I love that, like, she does like a spoiler reading vlog, and she gives like more just personal updates and things like that. Like, I just really appreciate her Patreon. I think it's a really great one to be a part of. Okay, so anyway, I'm all over the place this morning. I'm in a good mood. It's Friday. We're having a long weekend. I'll update you guys when I read a little bit more of Jane's book, but like, I'm just so thrilled with my reading lately. Everything's been fairly well, outside of a couple of DNFs this month. So yeah, and you guys have kind of seen everything I've already read this month anyway. So the wrap up, I don't know, it'll just kind of be all cohesive, but all the vlogs have kind of had everything I've read so far this month. So anyway, that's it for me right now. Going to work, and I will talk to you guys later. Hey y'all, we're back. Your girl is here. It is Blake's birthday. Happy birthday, HUBS. We'd love to see it. Thank you for all your birthday wishes in the community tab and on Instagram, Facebook, all the good things. Really appreciate you guys. So what do you say? Yeah,
thanks a lot.
I could put him on the spot. He saw all the comments this morning. He was going through heart though. Yeah. Tell him how old you are, HUBS.
Huh?
Tell him how old you are.
Old enough.
37. Lucky 37.
That's not lucky. That means that's a year closer to 40. I don't know if I'm happy about that. But.
All right. So we're just out about. We're going to go to the bookstore today. I have a gift card that Books a Million, so HUBS may get himself something.
Always gonna know this.
You say you wanted to go to? Gonna go eat.
I said, oh yeah, the gift card your mom gave you. Oh yeah, maybe I can use it for something.
Yeah, my mom gave me a gift card to Books a Million.
I'll use it.
He's like, maybe I could get me something.
You know, like a little knick-knack or something.
Yeah.
You know.
So anyway, we're just on the way to town, and he's gonna get a haircut, and then we're gonna go eat hibachi, and then we'll go to Books a Million for a little bit. We'll probably have leftovers though, so I probably won't stay in the bookstore that long, just because it'll be out in the car. But
just a little quick little flyby. I don't know if there's anywhere else you want to go. Just Books a Million.
It's your birthday.
I don't know of anywhere else.
We got little man with us.
It's supposed to rain after probably tonight, and then the next 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Rain here. And I appreciate everybody that sent a happy birthday message. I don't know everybody in the chat, but I tried to heart everybody's chat, so I do appreciate it.
He loved to see it.
Yeah.
We love to see it. Uh-oh, we're going off his ramp, honey. We'll be back. All right, y'all, we're out to eat with little man, getting some hibachi. He's had chicken nuggets and rice. Love to see it.
Got my chicken and shrimp.
Look, hey, we just ate some sushi, so it's good.
He was saying happy birthday earlier.
I know.
If Amanda got any of that.
He said, happy birthday, buddy. He's eating.
He's like, no. I'm straying a little way away from my diet today, a little bit.
Hey, it's your birthday.
I know, that's
okay.
why I worked out last night. That's why I'm gonna enjoy myself today, right? Are you just like your chicken?
Rice.
He's eating that chicken.
Look at that yum yum. He goes for ketchup. Look at Blake over here.
Hey, get like styling my new shades right here, okay? So, I like them. These are nice. This was a gift to myself. They're only $20, but Amazon Bezos with the sunglasses.
Well, let us say it.
You don't like them? I like them.
Honey, it's broke. It's broken.
Where's screwdriver? Batteries. Batteries.
But
Batteries.
buddy, it's broken.
Batteries. Batteries.
Good morning. It is Sunday, and we're doing some Bible study, and my kid is wild out, but we're just, I'm in the Psalms, catching up on the Bible recap, where I'm behind, like nobody's business. Ignore them, no makeup, but this is real life. So, in my jammy shirt. Yeah, Sunday morning, 7:30. We got up at 6, and I'm on my second cup of coffee. Got my Dolly Parton mug, and doing some journaling, okay, a little bit, and putting some transparent notes, and the cat is up there walking around on, I don't even know what he's doing. I mean, sir, my high ceilings, he walking around up top. Anyway, finished reading, we'll talk about it later, but, oh, where's the book? Honey, if I even got the book sitting over here, I don't even think. I did finish reading. Here it is. I have it close by. Across the Crying Sands by Jane Kirkpatrick. I finished reading it, so I'm going to give it 4 stars. I will talk about it later, though. So, Sam, y'all, this cat, hold on. This is what's going on right now. Currently, he jumped on the fridge and got up there, so... yeah, this is not ideal, sir. Yeah. All right, friends. So I want to talk about Across the Crying Sands by Jane Kirkpatrick. I did finish this, and I want to chat about my rating, where did I land with it, what did I think, all those things, and talk about what's next on the list and videos to come, where did I land with the bingo board, all of those good things. So, Across the Crying Sands. This is her recent release, and Jane Kirkpatrick tells a lot of stories about real life people. I think she's wrote like 40 books or something like that, 41 maybe. And there's a whole podcast that she did recently with Jamie Jo Wright. I will leave it down below for you guys, the link down below for you to watch. And it was just really great to kind of hear her talk about this book and just her how she came up with this story, I should say, her research process and all of that. And this is a story all about Mary Edwards Goretzky. I saw how she pronounced it in that video, which was fun. So, yeah, it's Goretzky. And this is a woman who struggled to, I don't know, find her purpose in life. She was a mother, and it was in the late 1800s, and her husband was like in this postal route, mail carrier kind of thing, in the rugged Oregon coast, okay, Canyon Beach area. I want to say it was the Crying Sands Beach. I'm probably saying it wrong, but something like that. And the terrain was very treacherous. The postal route was very treacherous. And she definitely defied the expectations, if you will, of her time. And she really reminds you in this book that it's okay to take a risk for what your dreams are, even as a young mother, and that it's okay to pursue those dreams. And I don't know, I really related to her feelings more than anything, you know, because she wanted more than just to be a stay-at-home mom, if you will. And she gets a lot of grief from people in this book. Now, she's been through a lot of grief herself. She has had miscarriage, loss, and just tried to navigate through those feelings. And she has several children, but she wanted to do more in her life, and she was looked down upon because she left her children, I should say, with her family members to watch them while she was away and things like that. And they'd be like, you're going to leave your kids with them or something like that, and just to go off and do this. But she wanted more fulfillment outside of those things. And I find that relatable because, like, doing this YouTube stuff is very fulfilling for me. And, you know, back then they didn't have technology, right? So, like, she wanted to do something that meant something more to her than just being a mom, and that's okay. And whatever that looks like for you, like, you go do what you want to do. You know, if you want to pour your heart and soul into your family, that's okay. If you want to also be a full-time working mom like myself, that's okay. And if you want to have your things you do on the side, work part-time, and then have your favorite hobbies that you do on the side as you're a full-time mother as well, like, whatever that looks like for you, do it. And this book reminds you of that, regardless of what you want to do, and that we shouldn't shame people for what they want to do in their life, right? Like, she had purpose. She really wanted to pursue these things, and I really liked to learn about her journey with that, and with her and her husband. And so, yeah, and plus the way that Jane Kirkpatrick writes, like, these settings, this Oregon coast and stuff, like, you really feel like you're there. And just, it was very just like hard to navigate through that on the postal route. I said she was the first female postal worker, or mail carrier or something like that. That I didn't mean like of all time. I put a note on the screen. She was the first female postal, or what am I saying, mail carrier. I keep wanting to say the wrong thing. Mail carrier in her area, doing this like on this treacherous postal route in the Crying Sands Beach area. That's what I meant. So yeah, I really enjoyed the story. Felt like it was pretty good for a frontier pioneer life type story. Very strong, independent woman, overcoming and walking through her grief as well, pursuing her dreams, you know, that Oregon coast. If you like those things, this is definitely one to check out, and I would highly recommend. I give it 4 stars. It's not, I think I like the Beneath the Bending Skies better than this one, but still, this is a solid 4 stars, and I would recommend it. So I'm super glad that I read it, and would definitely I'm definitely looking forward to picking up more of her books. She has another one in this series actually coming out in April of next year, so I will be reading that one. But I want to go back and read more of her books. I've got another one that's like, I think, Oregon Trail type stuff. So yeah, I've got several of her books even on my Kindle. She got some on Kindle Unlimited. I would recommend Jane Kirkpatrick for sure. So yeah, that's that book I just finished. And let's check out where we're at with the board. Let's see, where are we with the bingo board? Because your girl is hoping that we're about done. Okay, I don't know what's coming up for the channel either. We'll chat here in just a minute about some of the things. It might be a little bit of a longer clip. So I've got three prompts left. Ooh, we've got the Hold Your Horses, a slow burn romance, or a book that takes time to unfold. Well, you know, I feel like A Lesson in Propriety would work for that, but actually, I think I'm gonna put that, Happier Than a Pig in Mud, a book that brings you a lot of joy. So we're gonna bring that to the front here on my canvas stuff, and we're gonna put that there. Super excited to feel that there. So then we've got Hold Your Horses, like I said, a slow burn romance or time to take to unfold. I feel like this book did take some time to unfold, Jan Kirkpatrick's book, so we're gonna put that there. And all I've got left after that is the free space. So we fulfilled this. We have fulfilled this board. I'm sure whatever I read next, I can put there. I actually may already have something else I can put there that I'm forgetting that I have read. So all of the big old board is fulfilled. Super excited. So Bless Your Heart, a book that tugs at your heartstrings, was Lilac Girls by Martha Hall Kelly. Well, I Declare, a mystery thriller or book with twists, was Where Secrets Lie by Colleen Coble and Rick Acker. The Double Play by Anna Conwell was Well, Look Who It Is, a book with more than one point of view. Sometimes You Stay by Liz Johnson is Home is Where the Heart Is, a book set in a small town or has strong family themes. Free space, of course, whatever I find to put there. The Hold Your Horses, a slow burn romance, or a book that takes time to unfold. That's going to be Jan Kirkpatrick's book. The Red Door Inn was For Country Roads, Take Me Home, a book in a series or a reread. The Light on Horn Island was Y'all Come Back Now, a book set in the South or a rural area. And A Lesson in Propriety is Happier Than a Pig in Mud, a book that brings you joy or makes you laugh. It certainly made me laugh. So that, I filled the board. We love to see it. Yes. So happy about that. And what's next on the list, my friends? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So I just started, and I haven't got my physical copy in the mail. I want to say that my review copy is in the mail, but this actually comes out next week. I saw some stuff on the USPS informed delivery, so I think it's coming. All my stuff coming from Baker and up there, whether it's my pre-orders or review books, is going through Memphis. I don't understand what's happened. I used to get them quicker, but now everything's like routing from, like, I'm like an hour east of Nashville. They go to Nashville, then they go to Memphis, and then they make their way back. I don't understand what's going on. So it's just taking extra time. And when stuff goes to the Memphis hub, stuff's going to sit there. So it is what it is. It's fine. Can't complain. But I do have this book I'm reading right now, From the Valley We Rise by Elizabeth Musser. This is the ebook copy I've got, of course, on my e-reader. And I am really looking forward to this one. I've read the first couple chapters. Won't really get into what it's about here, but it's definitely a World War II story. It looks like we got a few points of views, 2 to 3 point of views, I want to say. So we'll see where I land with this, but just want to briefly mention that's kind of next up on the plate. And another book that I plan to read soon is Eden Brook, right here. Oh, where are we? I don't even know where we're at. By Julianne Donaldson. I already talked about this just briefly earlier in the video. I meant to start this sooner than now, but we're here. So after I finish this vlog, I'll be vlogging Eden Brook, because I know a lot of y'all wanted me to vlog that and like just chit chat about all the feelings for that book. And then I still need to get into Love Practically by Nichole Van. This was on my TBR for May. I actually tried to start the audio for this today, and I just couldn't get into an audiobook for whatever reason. I know, who am I? I don't know what that is. Is it slumpiness? I don't know. So at some point, I will try to get back into this week. I hope so. We'll see. If not, it's fine. We can go to the next month. But that's a 25 and 25 book I need to get going. Blake done asked me, where you at? I'm like, doesn't ask. Also, The Sacred Scales by Bryan Davis is one I want to read that comes out next week. And so this is book 1 in the Dragons of Camelot series. I talked about this in another one of my vlogs this month. So this is a very short read. I'm kind of in the mood for this, honestly. I almost picked it up over Elizabeth's book, but they're both coming out the same day. So yeah, a couple other books on my list coming up soon is The Pharisee's Wife by Janette Oak and The Lawyer and the Laundress by Christine Hill Suntz. So these are 2 authors I'm looking forward to getting into the books. I've read one of Janette Oak's books, I guess. It's co-authored with probably also her daughter, I want to say, maybe. But either way, these 2 books are on my list soon. Soon. So that's kind of some books to come on the channel here. What else? I had a couple comments. Okay. Some people were saying, asking, I should say. Some were asking, where am I with my health journey? I know I ain't talked about it in a while. Ooh, not too good. I'm here, but if I'm being honest with you guys, I have fallen off the wagon a little bit with my workouts. I probably gained like 5 more pounds, so we got to get back at it. We got to get back at it. I'm just saying that out loud because here we are. I was doing really good, and I've just been really tired lately, honestly. I don't know. I need to get back at it, and I'm still eating fairly well. Don't get me wrong, even despite that we had some hibachi in this video, but still eating pretty well. But the workouts have not been as happening. We've been walking around at work and stuff, but I've not been working out at the house over the last month. So I really need to get back to it, and maybe I could do another vlog in June, just trying to motivate myself to do those things. So as far as book videos to come, what am I saying? What am I saying? As far as videos to come here on the channel, I want to do some summer book recommendations, of course, June TBR, the May wrap up, and we'll just see what else happens. I don't know where I'm going to be with content. I've been kind of sticking at 2 videos a week right now, and that's been doable. But this is going to be a really busy month for me at work in June. So I don't know, like, how much I'm going to be able to, like, focus on this channel or focus on reading and things like that, because I may just be so tired at the end of the day that I can't really do much. But I have already got my summer book rec list ready. So that's going to happen. I probably need to do a summer TBR video. That's always fun. Who knows? I don't even know if I want to do that or not. But I'm not feeling sit down videos right now. I've been loving the vlogs, so maybe I can just keep doing that. Y'all are here for whatever I put out, I know. Also, I did actually want to do a video for my Southern Charm, not Southern Charm, what am I saying? Southern Comfort Reading Challenge, the annual reading challenge. I've kind of not been doing videos for that, I'm sorry, the last couple months. But for June, the prompt is, see, I don't remember the prompt. Anyway, I want to say it's somebody telling a story, actually. Storytelling, is that right? Yeah, I think so. So I've got several books that could be used for that, so I want to do a video for that. We'll see if I get time for that. But that's kind of just some random thoughts here and there. Got some things I need to get done coming up soon. So yeah, it's just gonna be a busy time, but you know, Thursday's video, I don't know what it'll be. I'd like it to be my TBR, so we'll see if I can get that done. But yeah, that's about it for me, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for being here. Let's chat in the comments as always. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't remember. So, obviously, forgetting something. We didn't make it to the bookstore, by the way. I meant to say that too. We did not make it to the bookstore because little man was not having it, so we ended up going home. So that happens sometimes too. It's okay. But that's it for me. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, y'all.